Okay, so the chord voicing that we worked on was, let's see here, the second one from the bottom, or second one from the left on the bottom. So it was the one where thirds and sixths, if our highest note is a third or the sixth, then we know it works for a major 7 chord. If it was from the root, then it works for a minor 7 chord. And if it's from the fifth, then it's going to work for a dominant chord. Cool? There are other possibilities, but those are the ones that yeah, exactly, because they're sort of the most inside, and most useful, most common. So let's just do a quick test, and then we'll try it out in a book, and then we'll try being creative with it. So we can be a little less regimented today since it's kind of a review. So let's say we're doing an A minor 7 chord. Where would you start that voicing at? What would the high note be? Yeah, that's right. The high note would be the 1. So where's that? You could. Yep, we could do that. Sure, all right. So yeah, that would be very good. All right, cool. And do you remember the option if it were on the B string? So we'd find the root just like that. Where's the A on the B string? Well, here's a B. So obviously B flat A. So we could do the same voicing there, except we have to lower that G string. Right, exactly, which is the next one over. So, yeah. So that's fine. So, yeah, this would be what we would want for the A string, the B string versions of our roots, right? Or whatever we're finding. And this happens to be a root because we're doing a minor chord. So let's try, what would we do for a B dominant chord? Right. Well, you could do it on either B or E string, finding that note. But yeah, I know what you're thinking. Well, tell me if I'm right. I think you're thinking, oh, well, B, the fifth from a B. So you're kind of thinking of this B here, right? What would it be? That's right, yeah. Good, F sharp. The way I thought of things for the longest time was like, I was thinking about the fretboard in my mind. So like, for example, I'd go, oh, a B, and the fifth is going to be here. That's an F sharp. Like, rather than thinking like, what's the fifth of B, and just knowing it's an A sharp, maybe someone smarter than me could do it. But what I had to do is I had to go, fifth of B. Well, there's the B, okay. And then a fifth, I know my fifth interval. Like, I knew the physical stuff, and then I could figure it out that way. So there's my fifth. All right, cool. And then I go, what is that? Oh, it's an F sharp. That was the thought process I had to use. Well, yeah, well, that's good. So whatever got you there, you got the right answer. I just wanted to take a second to explain how I thought of it, just in case it was helpful. So if that's your B, that's going to be, that's the fifth of B, so we could do our shape there. And this will work for dominant chords, right? Here's our root. All right. So now let's try, what about on the B string? Mm-hmm. A B7 chord using the shape, but now we're going to find the high note on the B string. Exactly. Yeah, you could do it up here. That'd be fine. Yeah, sure. And then you do the B string shape. And here's our root. That's really nice, man. Imagine if you played this. It sounds kind of minor-y in its way, or it's kind of like dark or mysterious. And then the bass player comes in and they play, and you keep doing that chord. That's gonna sound really powerful because they're hearing this as the general, like, the tonality. And for them to suddenly hear this as the bass line, it's gonna sound really powerful. You know, it's gonna sound not what they were expecting. Anyways, now what I would have done probably is I would have seen the F sharp here, just because this area of the fretboard is the one that we learn, and then we kind of raise everything an octave in our mind. That's actually, I mean, I don't know if I say we, but that's how I did it, and I think a lot of people do it that way. They'll go, oh, I know this note, you know, like here's my C chord, and they kind of start in this world when they begin learning, and they go, okay, so I know this is an E because I tune like that, if I tune, and then they go, okay, that's an E, so this would be F, F sharp, oh, okay, F sharp, you know, and then you do the shape. Harder to play down there, of course. All right. Anyway, so that's enough of that. Let's try, what would we do if it was like a G major 7 chord? Yeah. Yeah, 3rd or 6th being the top note. So go ahead and find one. Just find one of those examples. Yeah. That's right. You got the 4th fret, 6th fret, 3rd fret, and 7th. Oh, yeah. Same exact notes, yeah. Cool. So that would be if we started from the 3rd of the G, right? Right? So that'd be like where we got this. Like that. Or if we had... Alright, so, what about if we started from the 6th? What would that be? Yep. It's an E. Right. Or on the B string, we could start from E, which would be like here, which would actually be easy to play, because you could use an open. And it's funny is you could actually include the open high E string. Cool. Now, actually, you know what? Just being creative here for a moment, stepping out of our sort of systematic approach, is you could have done the B as you did, like this, and had the high E ring out there if you wanted. You know? I mean, if we can do it from the E, that means we're going to have an E in our shape anyway, in our other alternate choice. So here you have... Boy, that's pretty. If only we could play like this, right? Like with, you know, like a pianist would go, like with 2 hands. If only we could do that and have like... It's a lot of notes there. Anyway. Really pretty. Okay, so that's all of them, right? I just came up with some random examples, or like, you know, let's do a G, let's do But we did minor and major and dominant. So now let's just open up the book to a song